All right, folks, what is going on? It is our very first No Panties After Dark first
Whoop, whoop.
episode.
Nice.
I have myself, yours truly, Mr. Just Ask Joe. We've got pretty brown skin, as well as the golden goddess who uh whose who whose hair is looking flawless, and that's pretty much all we can see is her hair, and as y'all see, it is flawless.
Flawless.
What's going on, ladies?
Wait a second, let me look at my stuff. I
What's
am
going
so
on, ladies?
excited. I'm so excited that we're back. I really missed this.
So excited!
I'm so
So
excited to be back. So
excited!
excited to be back.
I can't hear y'all. Let me plug up my
Oh
other
man!
device. Hi, everyone.
Oh man! All right, so Golden Goddess is having a bit of
That's
technical
weird.
difficulties. It's all good. We're gonna let her do what she needs to do. She'll be back up here in a second. Um, but nonetheless, so we kind of decided that for our first episode, we were gonna kind of just come on, take it easy, and really just vibe with y'all. We want y'all to rock with us. We want y'all to just kind of get to know y'all. Y'all get to know us, all that good stuff. I think a lot of us have friends and all that good stuff that are following us just the same. Shauna Hook saying, "Hey, girl."
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that's
know
my
who
boo. She's so nice.
is that. Your peoples right there?
That's my
That's
people.
your boo. What's up with that? Everybody, girls can say that. Girls can do that. Ladies can
We
do that. Women
can.
can do that.
We
Y'all can say
can.
that's my boo. But I'd be
Rolling
damned if a,
blood.
if a brother sit there and be like, oh yeah, that's my boo right there. That's my
They're
boo.
gonna say, that's my dog. That's my dog. For that.
That's my I say that's my peoples. I try,
That's your
that's
peoples.
that I say that's my king. I'm moving into that type of conversation these days. That's my king, that's my queen. What's up, king? What's up, queen? What's going on with you? All that type good stuff. But it's all good. So, we decided we wanted to do like a timeline review. So that means that what we're gonna do is we post a lot of stuff from the inception of the Facebook page, and we want to go ahead and rock with our own timeline and kind of talk about some of these topics that we've been posting. What's up, brother Jeremy Whiteside? See, I'm doing it. See, I can't look at Jeremy and say, "What's up, boo?" Like y'all. See, y'all can do that to men, and y'all can do that to women. Y'all can do that,
I would.
but
Well, that's
I've
my
only got
bro.
one
That's my
outlet.
bro. That's
I
my
can,
Uncle Jason,
yeah,
my
but
king.
I've only
That's my
got one
bro.
outlet. But you can say boo though. You can say that's my boo, and it don't sound funny if you say that to him. Same way you did it to your homegirl. But I can't do that. Like Shauna Hook. Look, she says I say boo to all my friends. So you see what I'm saying? Male, female, she can do that, but I can't do
I mean,
that.
well, do you want
You
to call your
know.
friends boo? You can call your
No, I
friends boo.
don't.
I ain't
I'm
gonna
just
judge you.
saying
I won't
it's
judge you.
it's it's the fact that y'all have the ability to do like y'all could get up together in a group and go to the bathroom and we can't. I mean if my dude
Well,
is going to the bathroom, my homie's going to the bathroom and we all I'm not about to be like, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom too.
right, you're not gonna
You
hold and
know.
shake it for them. But when we go to the bathroom in numbers, it's really a safety thing. Like you're not gonna leave a girl by
It's
herself
hmm
not a
in the
safety
bathroom. It's
thing.
a
Stop
safety
playing.
thing.
Yes, it
No,
Stop
is.
playing.
it
What's
really
up,
is. It's
Yes,
a
it
Golden
is.
safety
Goddess?
thing.
What's up,
Let me.
Golden Goddess? How you doing,
Definitely
Okay,
sis?
I can
100%
hear
a
y'all
safety thing.
finally. I'm sharing it right now.
It's not a safety thing. It is a we're gonna go in the bathroom and talk about these guys and this
Well, we're gonna
situation
do
type
that
of thing.
too.
Who
We're
we
gonna do
gonna
that
talk
too.
No,
about?
but that's the main priority though. Y'all know
No,
that.
it's
That's
not.
the
If
main
you
priority.
realize
It
It's really
absolutely
that
nasty
is the
simple.
main
women's
priority.
restrooms,
It's
women's
it's
public
y'all
restrooms are extremely nasty. We don't want to be in
they
there in the
are.
first place, so we
Women
definitely not
women
gonna
are
go up in
actually
there
nasty. Women
to
leave
have a
boogers on the wall
conversation.
and
It's really
y'all
nasty. So we
It
going
is
in
really
yeah.
there for
nasty.
safety and for numbers. Period. We're really not going in there to converse about anything because it's so damn nasty. And since up
Stop
in here, we don't want to be
playing.
in there in the first
Stop
damn place.
It's
playing.
really it's a safety thing. If your girl goes
I
to the
mean, it's
bathroom, that's
nasty.
girl
It's
Right.
code.
just But I mean,
That's local. That's law.
women are nastier than men when it comes to bathrooms and stuff like that.
I'm sure it's probably pretty true. Like
it is.
the place where
And
we
it
work
is.
at. So I know Shauna from work, and where we work at, that bathroom is the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen in my life. Like when they said we could go work from home permanent, I was so happy. I used to call it the zoo. Like you would find anything, used underwear, like old underwear, pregnancy test, clogged up, totally
Period.
disgusting.
Menstruation
Yes,
blood
all
all
of
on
that.
the walls
All
of
of
the
that.
Okay.
bathroom.
All of that.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's really nasty.
We're going to the
Well,
bathroom together for safety. That's girl code. That's law. If your girl goes to
Right.
the bathroom,
Well,
you go with her.
I'm
look, for a
trying
quick
to. I'm
second,
sharing it.
I just wanna show y'all something for a really quick second.
How do I copy this?
Just peep this out.
I'm copying this to different apps right now.
That's my old bathroom. I miss that bathroom so much.
Okay.
I had to go ahead and just drop that in there real quick. You know, in case some of y'all didn't see it on the timeline there. But here, look, we're gonna. Hey, if you playing back, I'm a mute your mic if who's doing that. I don't know where that's coming from. It's coming from somewhere. Whoever's got the show playing in the background, then we're catching the echo. So if you got the show Facebook page, something, I don't know, you know. Oh, you know what? It may be coming from me. You know what? It was coming from me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That was totally me. That was me hearing it in my ears on the Facebook page. So, all right. So look, let's let's go down the timeline here, and let's check a couple things out. You know, I want to start with this question. All right. So let's go ahead and do this, and we'll share screen. Right. Share system audio. Bada bing, bada boom. And let's peep this out. So this was a good one right here. You know, we're talking relationships, we're talking different things, and this was a good question. Should using the mouth be a deal breaker in a marriage? All right, now see, a lot of people don't talk about freaky deaky stuff as far as marriages go. You know, I mean, I don't know if it's whether marriages are sacred or whether marriages are, you know, I mean, I agree marriages are sacred, but you know, people act like there's no freaky deaky going on in the marriage, and I personally want to be able to freaky deek in the marriage at any point in any time. I don't want stuff to change just because we got married. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, but isn't that the whole point of getting married? Is so you can do the freaky?
Right. And I feel bad about it. And I feel like you're a little hot trotty thought. You know what I'm saying? You wanna
You want to be a hot trotty thought.
You want to be a hot trotty thought with your husband. I mean, you want to be open to be a hot trotty thought. Right. You don't want to do it, you know. Stuff. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's important. So let's check this out. This is a YouTube right here, and we'll go ahead and we'll peep this call. This was a supposed prank call. Now this is old. I actually heard it long ago.
Oh goodness.
SFM Super Snake. I knew you was a snake going down today. Crazy yesterday. It continues to stay crazy today. I tell you, the world famous I Knew You Was a Snake. It's an international show, folks. We take it all over the country, and I believe her name is Jasmine, right?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine.
Hi.
Okay, so tell us, talk to us. What's the deal?
Well, you know, the show is about the snake show, and I think my husband may be a snake, but I'm not sure.
Okay, now I hear an accent. So where are you from?
We are originally from India.
So you guys are from India?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so okay, go ahead.
So, well, we've been living here for 3 years.
You've been living in the U.S. for 3 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we got married just before we came over, and my husband Raj and I.
Raj, okay.
And I've been pretty happy. You know, it was an arranged marriage, but we knew each other in India a bit before. So I've been pretty happy, and it's working out.
So when you say an arranged marriage, what is that? What does that mean?
So basically, my parents and his parents got together and arranged it. So, and then we came over.
So you had to get married to this guy?
Well, it was very formal courting, like it wasn't like here.
Okay, okay.
Like it was set up by parents, and we met and had tea and
all that stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Tea and crumpets.
So we've been living here for 3 years, and he's been working, and I've been at school and also working a little bit.
Okay.
And I would say that in the last 6 months, things have started to change a lot, like radically.
Okay.
Like we've been having a lot of sex, and
you have or haven't had?
Have not had a lot of.
Okay.
And he is acting very American, but not in a good way.
I got you. I know what that means.
Going out with his boys and staying out all night and partying and leaving me at a very bad thing.
Okay, so what do you want me to do? Tell me. What can I do for you?
Well, you know, he's a big fan of Beyonce.
Okay.
And you know the concert is coming up.
Yes, it is.
And I'm very surprised to find that he has not invited me. He hasn't made any overtures about going.
Okay.
And so it makes me very suspicious because all he talks about is when Beyonce is going to drop an album, and it just makes me nervous that he hasn't said anything about it, because this is the kind of thing he would definitely want to do, and he doesn't want to do it, and so I'm all confused.
So you would like me to try to call and try to get him on something here?
Well, I'm wondering if there's someone else he's taking, or maybe if he's going on his own, or if he has some other idea, and it makes me nervous.
Okay. All right. Well, then let me do what I do best to see if I can somehow, some way try to find out what the story is for you, and we can get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
How's that?
That sounds good.
Would that work for you?
It would be very helpful.
All right, then. You know, overtures. I like that. She said overtures, everybody. You never heard that. Super Snake, I'm not getting overtures. Let's get to the bottom and see if I can find out the overtures for her and help Jasmine out. We're going to find out. I knew you was the snake. We go international from India to Mexico to Taiwan, wherever there's women and men who need my help. I'm here to help. It's 104.7 Kiss FM. Yeah, #1 hit music station.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Raj, please.
Yes, this is Raj. How can I be of assistance to you?
Raj, hello. Today it's your lucky day, sir. Let me tell you who I am. My name is Anthony Turner, and you are our big winner today.
Oh, no, I'm not interested in these American pitches, please.
No, sir. Let me explain who this is. First, I've got to say to you, sir, do you not have a... Do you not drive correct? You do?
Well, yes, I do, yes.
Okay, well, I'm calling from the dealership today, sir. And because you just bought your brand new car, you've just won a pair of tickets for a free concert from us today.
Oh, well, is there a catch or?
No, sir. Let me explain what happens is, we've been giving away tickets randomly. You bought a brand new car from our dealership.
Yes, I remember, yes.
Okay, well, because you bought your brand new car, we've been randomly calling individuals to let them know that they're the big winner. You've won a pair of tickets to see Beyonce, Alicia Keys, and Missy Elliott on Thursday, sir.
Oh, my goodness, but that is wonderful, because that is a coincidence, because Beyonce is my favorite, in fact.
You're kidding!
No, I was thinking about going to buy tickets, but of course I think it's very difficult. These are good seats, I assume?
Yes, sir. You're going to love it. You're going to have the time of your life. And because you got your brand new car, and we're just randomly calling folks, and all I'm going to need from you, sir, is that I'm going to need you to let me know the name of the person that you want to take with you to the concert, because we have to put the tickets in will call, and we're going to have a real nice message that we're going to add to the tickets.
Oh, like a gift greeting or that kind of thing.
There you go. Yes, exactly, sir. That's exactly what we're going to do. So, Raj, I need to know, obviously it'll be Raj, your name, but I'll need to know the other person you're going to take with you.
Oh, okay, yes. Why don't we make this out to Nikki, and that is NYKKI.
Okay.
And there's a message I can leave?
Yeah. You can put a message on it if you want to send somebody with you.
Okay, let me think. Okay, how about this? Dear Nikki, thank you for showing me the ways of American love. You are my favorite Buddha call.
What?
You are my favorite.
Buddha. Oh, booty call.
Buddha call, yes.
Booty call. Oh,
But
so
I think it was really trying to say Buddha call.
Yes.
Like that was their end. No.
And her name is Nikki.
That is correct.
Who the hell is Nikki?
Hello?
Who the hell is Nikki?
Yes. What is this?
Who do you think this is, Raj? You recognize my voice, maybe?
What is this?
Maybe because you haven't been home
how
in
is
2
this
weeks, you
possible?
might not recognize my... Who is Nikki?
What is going on?
Yeah, what is going on is what I would like to know as well.
Hello, sir. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Buddha call? You think that's clever? You think that's a pun?
Wait a minute. What is going on here,
Did you learn it in
sir?
literature class back home, or did you learn it here?
Sir, there is someone on the line. It sounds somewhat like my wife.
It is your wife. You're on the radio.
Big dummy.
What is going on here?
Who is Nikki?
Well, no, wait. What is the meaning of this?
The meaning is you're not going to a Beyonce concert, huh? Definitely not going to a Beyonce concert anyways. And I don't know about your Buddha call, but maybe you don't want to come home for your Buddha call at home.
How is this? How are you on the line? What is this?
Because I'm too angry right now and I'm pacing.
she's
No,
pissing.
what I mean,
Back and forth, because I'm standing. Listen, Raj, who is Nikki?
Well, you know, but what is? How are you on the phone? What is this?
Your boys and your dogs?
What is this?
With your home dogs that you go to the strip joints with? Is Nikki a stripper or something?
No, she's just someone, you know, that somebody from work, you know.
She's someone from work who's showing you the way of American love. Did you think I was not listening the whole time?
Well, yes. Well, if you want to know the truth, yes,
Yes, I
we
want
are
to know
carrying
the truth. I
on,
appreciate
but you know,
knowing the truth.
you don't know the ways of American. You know, the American women, they use the mouth. You don't use the mouth. How to use the mouth?
I can't believe you're talking about in front of everybody.
No, but you know, we come from India,
She
okay?
said the mouth.
And the Indian girls do not use the mouth, and the American girls, they are using the mouth, and you know, you refuse to use the mouth, and she's
She will use the mouth.
You don't use the mouth either.
She uses the mouth on that.
You don't use the mouth either. Hold on.
You're not supposed to use the mouth too, and maybe if you got some and you wanted to get some, you would give some as well.
Well, no, it's not.
That's right. We are not to use the mouth. You're absolutely right. I don't use the mouth, and neither do you.
No, but the man does not have to use the mouth. But the woman,
Yes, he does.
no, and then
Yes, he does.
20% of the time you are on the periodical anyway.
Periodical.
100% of that.
Not the periodical.
Nikki,
The
but
periodical.
I'm more disappointed about that than anything else.
No, but how is it you are on the phone with this person who is laughing? What's going on?
Station Rush. It's a trick. There's no tickets here. There's just you and me and Nikki in some kind of sick triangle that involves apparently.
Well, you know, then that is something else also, is that, the American women, they are open to having another woman.
I can't believe I'm even hearing this.
So you are not open to these there are many things
Right,
that
I'm not
the
open
American
to it. I
city
thought
can
that we
teach
were
us,
working
you
on
know?
marriage. You know, it's hard
But
enough
did you
that I don't even
ask?
know you when you come into my bed in the first night. And now I have to find out after putting 3 years of my life and moving to another country with you so you can pursue your career or whatever it is that you're doing with your computers.
Yes, I'm in IT support department.
Yes, you are. I know you are. I know what you do. I'm married to you for 3 years. I think I know. But apparently there are lots of things I don't know about you, but you're doing with Nikki.
Well, you know, I have to tell you that, you know, I am sorry, but you are not satisfying anymore.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wow. That
Now, you know
that-
what?
that-
He ain't satisfying her ass either. Shit.
Right.
I bet
But
goddamn
you
what
know
he
what?
not satisfying
Hey,
her.
but hold on. Why is it?
it? She didn't want to know. She didn't want to know what he was doing. She suspected it. If you don't want to know, don't ask those questions.
Ooh,
And then
me.
your man
Found out.
on
Hey,
the radio
Nas
tells about
But
his
you
said
would've told
it long
her
ago.
otherwise. She
Nas
probably
said it
didn't
long
answer
ago. He said you're gonna find what you're looking for and get to crying. So if
Right.
she didn't want to know,
She should not
then
have went
you know.
looking.
But
I'm
she wanted to
glad
know.
her-
That's the thing. She did want to know.
Yeah, she probably had been asking him what's going on. He probably was lying and lying.
No.
And this is probably the only way. I don't know.
She was hoping.
No,
She was hoping
she ain't
that
been
he
asking him.
wasn't doing
She wasn't asking him.
Oh, she hadn't been asking him.
No, I'm just saying. You got to think like that culture. Think like, you know, as you listen to this, think about it. They weren't talking. They weren't communicating. So you know, this was a way for her to communicate with him and to figure this out. Exactly. You know, and yeah, in the culture, you don't ask a lot of questions, and you know, if she's quiet, then he just thinks she's on her periodical.
Okay, because he said Nikki, baby, he went to Nikki and said, "What that mouth do?" Period.
Nikki is gargling balls. Okay.
With that Y in the middle of the gargling balls. You know Nikki black.
So she got a Y in the middle of her name. Look at this comment right here. Look at this comment. Raj sounds like he is not praying to the real Buddha. That is from Karen.
Not praying to the while she's gargling in balls.
He didn't sound like he was praying to the real Buddha. Not at all.
He is swallowing dick and gargling balls. That's why she.
I promise you. You hear me?
He was praying to a Buddha.
Y, she got that Y in the middle of her name, baby. That's a sister, baby. That ain't no regular. That ain't no white woman. That's a sister.
That's why I said she's swallowing dick and gargling balls. Oh yeah. That's why she got to go see Beyonce.
That's
let's direct here. Let's redirect. Is this, you know, how important is sex, and not just sex, but you know, keeping sex interesting? How important is that in a relationship? I want to hear from y'all out there that are watching. You know, type in the comments there. You know, how important is sex, and not just sex, but interesting sex, or keeping sex interesting in your relationship? Because here's the thing, most people will sit back and tell you, hey, it's great to have wonderful sex in your relationship, but you got to have more than sex, because outside of that, when you're getting older and you know, the sex is I don't know, boring, or it ain't great no more, or you can't do it no more for either party, then you got to have more than just sex. You got to have some type of other things going on where the two of you relate to each other. I mean, would you guys agree?
We're going to assume that that's a given. That's going to have to be a given, because sex is 1000% absolutely important. You know what I'm saying? Now, if something happens medically, and of course she's going to be there for your spouse or whatever. You're not just supposed to up and leave and shit. So we're going to assume that you know, you guys.
I have seen situations where a woman decided that because her man can't, then she goes and deals with who can't. And,
well, that's both parties.
And she has told him to his face.
No, we've seen that on both sides. You know, you see people, and that's why, because when people are unhappy sexually, of course they go outside of the marriage and get their fulfillment. That's why sex is very important. Again, unless it's a medical reason or some other issues going on. Now, if y'all not just feeling, we're not talking about if you're not feeling each other and the marriage just fucking sucks and all of that. We're talking about if it's a pretty decent marriage and all of that stuff. And you, as you heard, old boy and old girl, he said that mouth don't do nothing. That mouth don't be working. You just don't use that mouth. And obviously he don't either. That's important on both sides. You know,
Courtney Lindsay said, what that mouth do?
It keeps things spicy. It keeps the romance in it. And you got to figure out new ways to recreate yourself in a marriage or in a relationship. You got to constantly recreate yourself.
I think nowadays, hold on. Did you guys give the link to different people? Because that link wasn't supposed to go out.
No, I didn't get the link.
I'm seeing people pop in the backstage. Like right now, there's a Prince Jay that's popping in. I don't know who that is.
Well, how am I supposed to get a link? Oops.
No, that was just for us to pop in and do what we do.
Okay, so someone tell me how to share this then. I shared
the YouTube video and I shared the link on our page, but not the.
I shared this right here.
Not our text messages.
Our text messages were our text messages.
No, not the text messages. I shared this right here.
Yeah, you should. You Yeah, this is for you to get into the backstage and do what you're doing right now. This is for the show host.
Well, how do I share it?
Sorry, people
Well,
that want to come
no,
kick it with us.
Sorry.
Maybe next
You
on
time.
got first time
no
using this. How do I
on
share this?
on our page, what I screenshot, there is the post, and you can share that. It's on our page,
Okay. I'm trying
but it's
to.
all
Let me get
good.
to.
It's all good. Yeah, delete whatever
My
you
bad,
should
y'all.
put
Okay.
because yeah.
Oh,
So either or, as we look at this, recreating yourself in a marriage. Now, these days, women are recreating themselves like crazy. Like they're recreating their booties. They've been recreating their breasts, right? But they're recreating every aspect. I mean, you can even go in and recreating that vajayjay box, right?
Yeah, you
As
can. They got
my
shots that
man
you can
said
get.
back in the day, that stink box. They're recreating that too. So, I mean, in this day and age, when you talk about recreating, how do you recreate yourself sexually in a marriage?
Well, you know what? And I'm really big on that. Maybe sharing too much, but we're hearing our panties out the dark. I'm really big on that. Outfits, switching up your wigs, role playing, things of that nature. I'm with all of it. If we're in a monogamous STD relationship, it should be a free for all. We should be doing all
What'd you
the
say? A
nasty stuff.
monogamous what?
A monogamous STD free relationship, we should be doing
Oh,
all the
I
stuff.
didn't hear the free.
Hmm
I was like, a monogamous
We should
sexually
be doing
transmitted disease
all. Now
relationship.
we
I
should
don't
be doing
want one of
all the
those. Okay.
stuff. There should be no
Okay.
no limits. We should be doing all the stuff.
So, when it comes to that, and this is kind of something that's related to it just the same. Um, we talked about this as well. But communication, sex, and finances, when one is off, the other two suffer. Is that
Facts.
right, or
Big
is it
facts.
right? That is
right.
big
Big
fact right
facts.
there. I mean, I feel like
Huge facts.
there should always be balance in your marriage and your relationship. And when you're talking sex, if somebody's not feeling the other person sexually, then I would say look at the communication and finances. One of those two is off. Because and when we look at that video that we just watched, obviously they weren't communicating very well. They probably got
Right.
the
Right.
money. They didn't move from
Right.
another country. In that culture, I've seen those weddings. They probably, they got a boatload of dough that was dropped off to them by other family members as gifts.
Right.
In that culture, they do that in the weddings. So it's not the money, but the sex is off, and obviously they're not communicating very well. So much so that she felt the need that she had to go and get on some radio show and blast this dude. And I think that video is probably 2011. So that's over 10
Mm.
years old. And we still continue to laugh at this video,
Oh, because
right?
it's hilarious.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that
absolutely.
the booty call and
Absolutely.
the periodicals
It's
and all that.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's
I
hilarious.
mean, I
But
would
it's
love
hilarious, but it's not hilarious.
Right.
I would love to know, how their relationship has turned out, 10, 11 years later.
Oh, she's
But,
a real American girl. She divorced him and took half.
If she's a real American
That's what I
girl, but if
think.
she's a real Indian girl, they still married and he's still cheating on her ass because they really don't believe in marriage. I mean, in divorce. If
that
she's a
could
real
be the
American,
case.
she
Again,
better get American.
But then
I
again,
like to know
I
that.
hope that she learned what that mouth do. I hope that they both
I
learn
hope
what that
so.
mouth do.
I hope somebody put their mouth on her so she, you know what I'm saying? So she can know what the hell she missing. Shit.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Good for the gander, period. Some point.
A trip, a
Wow.
trip. So I know we were talking a little bit about earlier. The three of us, we were talking a little bit about this. What was it? The guy, the actor,
Johnny Depp and
Oh
Amber
yeah,
Johnny
Heard.
Johnny
Depp.
Depp.
Johnny Depp. So what's going on with this Johnny Depp thing? Tell us about it. Who wants to talk about it?
T,
Well,
I've been kind of following it a little bit, but I heard the verdict today.
I haven't really been following it a whole lot, but basically, in a nutshell, she claimed that he abused her, and she wrote this piece for a magazine, I think she did, And she claimed that she was a battered woman. He had beat on her, abused her, and all this stuff. Well, come to find out, she was actually the one doing those things to him.
She was
She was
abusive.
abusing him. She was abusing him. Like at one point, she shit in his bed and told him, "Welcome to the chocolate factory." So I think in her mind, she thought that because she was a woman, that nobody was going to believe that he was over there being abused. And it was, you know, emotional, verbal, and physical abuse. She bit his finger off at one point also. And, you know, it's women like her. I hate that she weaponized being a woman because she felt like, you know, because I'm a woman, everybody's going to automatically side with me and I can get away with it.
Now,
and men are
$15 million later and a guilty verdict.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing.
That much.
A jury, I'm looking at this. It's a CNN.com. It says a jury has found both Amber Heard and Johnny Depp liable for defamation in their lawsuits against each other. Yet and still, that was, and yet and still, Johnny Depp won his defamation case against.
So she won one where so he basically was awarded $15 million and then she was awarded $2 million. So basically she got a $2 million discount.
Basically,
I can't remember what count she actually won though, but he won all of his.
Good.
So it says here Depp sued Heard, his ex-wife, for defamation over a 2018 op-ed she wrote for the Washington Post, in which she described herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Though Depp was not named in the article, he claims it cost him lucrative acting roles. Heard countersued her ex-husband for defamation over statements Depp's attorney made about her abuse claims. The jury found that Heard defamed Depp in 3 separate statements in the Washington Post piece, and that Depp defamed Heard with 1 statement his attorney made. So the jury awarded Depp $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages. The jury awarded Heard $2 million in compensatory damages and no money for punitive damages. So basically, you know, like you said, she's got to pay him $8 million in compensatory damages. That's with her $2 million discount, and another $5 million in punitive. So he got $13 million that he's being awarded. Let's see. It says here. Let's see. Miss Keitha Love. She says she even told him that nobody would believe him. He recorded her. Wow. She was dumb, and you know, and when we say dumb, you know, going back to the Indian couple, I don't think he was a dumb. He was a true person from out of the country that is not familiar with American ways. So, you know, any one of us hear somebody else laughing on the radio after what sounds like a prank call that we're familiar with, we gonna know what's going on, and we about to hang up the phone and act like we somebody else. But you know, he was in there. Why does that person sound like it's someone? If there's a person on the other end that sounds like my wife, you know what I mean? Like
it was that chick's name on the radio
because it was your wife. You know, so but when we talk about this, you know, she was dumb. Johnny Depp's ex-wife, very dumb. To not think that in this day and age, he ain't recording her in conversation and stuff like that when they are at each other's throats. Wonder if she will pledge the money like the $7 million. That's funny.
I heard she never pledged. I heard that she pledged it. The foundation never got the money.
Oh wow! It says that
Johnny got that money.
He originally sought $50 million in damages, and Heard sought $100 million. Damages. Punitive damages in the state of Virginia are capped at $350,000. Hold on, $350,000. That's what it says. Unless I'm supposed to just automatically assume that's $350 million, but it says 350, 000, So the judge reduced the punitive damages award to that amount. Huh. Interesting. But either way, the verdict is a tremendous legal win for Depp and a repudiation for her, according to CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson, which I'm not a big fan of CNN anyway.
Right.
But it's a tremendous victory. Jackson said what he had to overcome was a First Amendment issue, which is that we all have the right to express our thoughts and opinions. What they, the jurors, said was that, yeah, you do have a First Amendment right to do that unless you say something that is false, that injures someone's reputation and causes damages to them in their industry. So, interesting stuff. But again, here's my beef. When we start talking marriage and whatnot, I feel like celebrity is taking a dump all over marriage. And because celebrity marriage is in the limelight as it is, then right now in this day and age, over 40% of kids born in America are born out of wedlock. So it's like we're not getting married anymore. And when they talk about the tipping point, 40% is a tipping point. So they say that when a society reaches 40%, then you can't go back, right? You start going over 40%, you can't go back. Mm-hmm. So, we're creating this thing in celebrity to where everybody is not getting married anymore. Celebrity is kind of like the bar. That's what people look at as what they model themselves after, which is sad.
Right.
Sad, but yeah, that creates the social norm. Absolutely. Right. So with that in mind, how do y'all feel about the idea that we're not getting married anymore? I mean, do you ladies feel like y'all want to get married?
I feel like we've been not getting married anymore. I mean, I've been married and divorced. So it's since, I mean, that from my grandmother, back in my grandmother's day, everybody got married, but maybe my mother's genre era, the baby boomers. But after the baby boomers, people kind of more so shack. You know what I'm saying? They cohabitate nowadays. People really are not running to get married. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting married again, but I've done it already, and I'm divorced. I don't have anything.
I've been married.
Actually, all three of us have been married before.
Yeah.
And I plan on getting married again. I'm in a relationship where I'm gonna put a ring on her finger. That's the goal. And that was the goal before the fact, I kind of let that be known that I'm going that direction. So, if you want to go that direction too, then, I'm just letting you know. You don't want to go that direction, then we might need to break up because, you're trying to do this shack up forever. But, I mean, I feel like in this day and age, people are no longer getting married, and it's somewhat of a issue. I mean, do y'all think it's a problem, or do you think that it's okay?
I think people will have babies before they get married. For some reason, they feel like y'all have a baby with somebody, but I won't necessarily marry her or him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's kind of backwards because it's easier to quit an individual than it is to quit a baby.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole
I would rather get married, that shit don't work out, and then we divorce, rather than have a fucking baby that you stuck with for 18 years. Because more likely, as a woman, if we divorce, there's not always going to be a co-parent. In my case, anyway, and a lot of other single moms' cases, there's not always going to be a neutral ground for co-parenting. Hopefully, there will be, but I don't want to get stuck with no more fucking babies. So, I don't. That's just what I see more of. I don't know what you think, girl.
Well, I'm kind of in that. I'm in that same situation now. I was in a long-term relationship, and it was supposed to lead to marriage, and we did have a baby. And I'm thankful now that situation did not lead to marriage, knowing now what I know. And the co-parenting situation is hell. because I feel like now my child is being weaponized against me to kind of control what I can and can't do and how I can and cannot move. So,
Right.
or he's attempting, let's say, attempting
Try
to use the
attempting
child to
to.
control.
Right.
So, there's situations like that, and women do it too. Women do it more so than
Mhm.
men, I believe.
Yeah,
Women do it
they
more
do.
so than men. Just in
Hmm.
my situation, it's the man trying to use the child to basically have a hold over a relationship that's no longer.
Right.
So I'm thankful that I didn't get married because
But here's the
that would have been
thing,
hell getting out of that.
Well, see,
Hmm.
that's the thing though. But that's why they say get married first, because if it's tough to get out of it, which means that the idea would be for you to focus harder on making it work
Right.
because you're stuck in it. So, are we doing it backwards? Are we putting the cart before the horse these days?
We are. As Americans, we do that a lot. That's what I was just saying. We
Yeah.
absolutely don't take marriage serious because, as you see, the social norms are have a bunch of babies, you know what I'm saying, or have babies by people,
Mm-hmm.
then these cohabitate. We really don't want to get married and then live with people. We want to live with them first, see if it's going to work out, then maybe think about getting married. We look at the
Right.
entertainers, you know what I'm saying? They got shows called Basketball Wives, and none of these bitches are wives. They're all,
None of them.
ex-wives, or
Ex-wives
some of
and
them is
baby
baby
mamas.
mamas or ex-girlfriends. So we're looking at all of this shit on TV and entertainment and all of that, and those are our social norms now.
Gotcha.
Nobody's married anymore. I mean, it's almost archaic. I to think that when I grow up, I'm gonna get married first, buy a house, and then have a baby. No, it's like I'm gonna have a baby, and then maybe we're gonna live together, and then maybe somewhere down the line, if it work out, we'll buy a house. That's just the way it seems to be. It's just not anywhere like it was back in the day.
Nobody believes in it. And you know what? And think about it like this. Like my grandparents, they were married for 49 years before my grandmother died. My parents were
Hmm.
married for over 30 years. Like my parents, they were married over, so over half of my mother's life, they were married. But you
Right.
don't see that anymore. Like nowadays, Big Mama's
Mm-mm.
36 years old and she's outside. You don't see that. So it's the example, like we've gotten so far away from it
We have.
that our children don't see that coming up. So that's not something that they strive to do. I
Mm-hmm.
saw
So
that
That's
coming up.
true.
So I do believe in marriage. I do believe in love.
Mhm.
I don't believe in having any more kids, but I grew up seeing that. But most people don't grow up seeing that anymore.
Right.
I think
Right.
I think a lot of times in our culture, even in,
I
in
thought about
our
my
culture,
head.
particularly, and maybe more so in just American culture, Diana Ross was that Diana Ross that said, "What's love got to do with it?"
That was
That's
Tina.
Or was
Tina
that Tina
Turner.
Turner? Tina Turner, yeah, Tina Turner
Same
said, "What's
era.
love got to do with
Same time
it?"
frame.
But
Right.
nonetheless, when you talk about that, I think that's it's interesting because I know people who they focus more on just the partnership of what each other brings to the table, and they found love or more in love. They found themselves down the road, but
Yeah.
they had a successful marriage focusing on what each person brings to the table, saying, "Hey, I like this person. I can, we rock together very well." And you know what? You bring this to the table, I bring that to the table. We can do this, create a partnership, boom, and then down the road you fall, maybe further in love, or maybe you fall in love down the road. I know I have a family member who she got with the husband that she's with now simply because he was stable, and so because he was stable, she got with him, and she said down the road she fell in love with him,
Mm.
and they have a very successful marriage. They've been married for many, many years. I know my parents were married for what 36, 37 years, 38 years until my mother died. But that's interesting when we start talking about that, because now we have a country of people that are dating way more than they ever did before, And so with that in mind, it's kind of interesting how that works. But real quick, when we come back, there is a post that was posted on our timeline that we were talking about. It was about dating, and it's about women it paying for the food and all this stuff. We're gonna intermingle a couple different posts here that I think have a lot to do with each other. But real quick, we will be right back right here on No Panties After Dark. We'll be right back, folks. Let's go to a quick
light out here.
Table. We building one. We in the process of building a table. We building a table. I don't gotta sit at your table. I'm building my own table, and I will build you a table in the presence of your enemies.
All right, folks, we are back right here. It is No Panties After Dark NPAD. This is our ability to have some adult conversation about relationships, right? So with that being said, folks, then I wanna talk about this. All right. T, I think one posted this on the page, and let's kind of take a look at this here. See what this looks like. So,
and welcome everybody. Welcome everybody that's here. Hi.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Did we? I guess we did. My bad. Go ahead.
As we come back, I want to show this here. This is a post that was recently posted on our page. It says, "Good morning. Hi. I hope you had a good day at school today." Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first saw at school today, I was like, "Huh?" I'm kind of confused and concerned about this. But it says, "Hi. I hope you had a good day at school today. It was a busy day at work for me. Thank you again for asking me out and taking me to dinner last night. I enjoy how upfront you are, but I want to let you know I'm not interested in pursuing a relationship. I wish you the best of luck and hope you find someone amazing." All right, so that's obviously a female. It sounds like, I believe. We'll just say that it's a female, right? And the person texts them good morning and put their name, and she texts back, "Hi, so and so." And then after that, hey, he says, "Hey, I so respect your text message. I'm gonna need to see you, or you send me your Cash App or Zelle for the money I spent on you yesterday evening. I so not have money to spend on someone with a relationship that's not going anywhere. I'll send you your bill. However, I'll pay for the cheesecake. I work too hard to receive your disrespect. I do respect you. I call you to receive my compensation. I think that's respectful before things get out of hand." Which, it's quite interesting. Now, this is something else now keep that thought in mind, right? Because this right here is something else that was shared on our page, and I think this kind of goes along with it. Let's listen to it real quick. You guys can hear that, right?
I can't hear it.
You can't? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let's do something. And okay. All right. Do it again.
Let's have one more question. We had this person back in the stripes. Yeah, let's hear
Give me a
from
thumbs
you.
up if you can hear it now.
During the dating period, after like 4 or 5 months of dating, I was wondering at what point does it do you have to pay? Did the woman have to pay when they go out? The guy is asking there there should be half and half at that point when
But what?
when you already been dating for 4 or 5 months.
Right. Look, okay. To give you a quick answer on, firstly, I think we should just deal with the who should pay thing to begin with. When you're on a date, who should pay?
Surprise, surprise.
I know. I mean, that's what I told them. I'm sorry.
But
say I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's the okay. He's supposed to pay.
Yeah,
You're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No.
Motherfucker, wait a minute.
Where does this double standard come from? I'm sorry, it's the reality. You guys can moan at it all you want, but the moment you say to a guy, you have to fucking pay for my time.
What I don't like is the fact she said he's supposed to pay. That's what most men don't like. Most men are probably going to offer, but it's just the expectation that most guys don't like.
You're saying this relationship isn't equal. This relationship isn't equal. My time is worth more than yours, so you should pay for it. I wonder what paradigm that sets up. Here's my, if you go on a date with a guy and you don't offer to pay your share, you weren't taught right. If you go on a date and he doesn't pay, he wasn't taught right. I can tell you right now, if I was dating someone and they never offered to pay, I wouldn't be dating them. I can tell you that now. If they never offered to pay, I would not be dating them because I'd say, this is the most polite they're ever going to be. And they're not even trying to pay now. What does that say about my future? But look, let me come at this from a different angle. I will always treat my partner how I would treat my best friend. And I wouldn't apply a different standard to my partner than my best friend. I wouldn't say to my best friend, let's always go out to dinner and you always pay. I'd say, let's be teammates here in whatever way we can. And maybe, by the way, proportionately, what you can do is less than what he can do. That's a different thing. If he says to you, I want to go stay at the top hotel in Big Sur this weekend, and it's $1,500 a night, and you say, I don't have the money. It's his job to say, it doesn't matter. I didn't do it so you could pay. I did it because I want to go and I want to take you. Great. That's what that is, right? Or if you both agree to go on holiday and you have a fifth of his earning potential, you say, I want to contribute to a fifth of this holiday. It's overly simplistic, but you get what I'm saying, right? I'll contribute on the level I can contribute. Let me tell you what means something to a guy. Trying. That means something to a guy.
So, okay. So let's talk about that for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to talk about it in my British accent because it sounds a little bit sexy. So when you really think about this, right, then as we are talking about dating, because we just talked about marriage and how people aren't getting married anymore. So obviously everyone's just dating, right? I mean, would that be facts, right? Everyone's just dating these days, right? So with everyone just dating, then that text message that you posted about a gent responding to a woman who basically told him, hey, the night was great. It was nice that you asked me out, but I'm not interested in pursuing this any further. And it was interesting because she didn't just say like I'm not interested in a relationship, but we can be friends and have fun. She was basically trying to be nice and said I'm not interested in a relationship, and pretty much wanted to let him know that she's not interested in him at all. Now, when I look at the text message response and I see all the ill grammar and all the terrible the inability to, I hate when people use words wrong, like two, and two. And he did it in that text message there. I kind of got the feeling that, whoever this chick was a little bit of an idiot, and probably that has something to do with why she wasn't interested in him. Maybe he looks nice, right? But he's a bloody idiot. So, maybe that's why she's not interested anymore. But even still, the conversation in dating, it's 2022. Should it still be an expectation that the man pay for things as we
absolutely
exit
not.
But
absolutely not. If we're dating, so Joe, if we're dating, you and I'll say, hey Joe, let's go wherever. Because I invited you, then the expectation is that I pay. So I don't think that it should be up to the man to pay every time. I think that whoever suggests the date is who pays, puts the bill.
Interesting.
I agree, but I'm not paying for the first date. I'm not paying. I'm sorry. I'm
not asking you out on the first date.
I mean, so are you saying, Golden Goddess, are you saying that if in fact you say, hey, so-and-so, would you like to go out one day or night? And he says, sure, I'll pick you up around 8. And you're like, okay, yes, that would be great. Now you go out, you're the one who suggested going out. You're the one who said, hey, let's go out. But you're saying right then and there that you're not expecting to pay at all.
No, I mean, I agree with Pretty Brown Skin, that, if I suggest, if we are dating and I suggest that we go out for either a concert or dinner, then I'm going to pay. But on first dates, I just don't pay for first dates. I'm just not going to do it. I've never had to pay for a first date, and I'm not about to start paying for a first date. Because most of the time, all the time, the men are asking me out. So why am I going to pay if he's asking me out? I don't.
Well, I mean, but that wasn't the scenario. The scenario was the other way around.
Well, if I ask, I don't know. I mean, I guess I would then, but I've never done that. So I can't even really answer that with a straight face, because I've never asked a guy.
I kind of feel like you would just, you wouldn't even ask him. I kind of feel like you would just stand next to him and look at him and blink your eyes and back your eyes back and forth and stand there for a long time until he finally says, would you like to go out?
Child, look, listen.
The accent.
Because I feel like you're never going to say to him, hey.
Nobody waiting on him to ask me, baby. My phone stays popping. Okay.
I'm sure.
So I don't know. I ain't never asked no dude out on the first date. If I did ask him out on the first date, I would pay for it. But since that's never happened, no. But in a relationship, if I'm dating someone, of course, if I invite them to somewhere, and like I said, if I invite them to a concert, I'll be like, hey babe, I got concert tickets, let's go. Let's go out tonight, my treat or whatever.
It's interesting. Like, you're really playing down the idea of a date in your response here, but I get it. I understand, and I think that I think at this point, as we exit our way out the show here, this is a good topic to maybe even talk about for the next time we come on. Is dating? Is it okay still to should it be expected for men to ask the woman out. But
So
nonetheless,
y'all remember the Twitter topic, the $200 dates. This was like the topic of Black Twitter.
They still talking about $200 dates. I went on Twitter 2 days ago. They still talking about it.
Right,
like they still talking about it.
That $200 date. What?
I had a guy factor in his gas money to get to me. He factored in his gas money, his meal, and his drinks in the $200 date. I said, "Your gas." I was like, "You know what? We're not going. We're not going."
Damn sure. Oh, he did that before the date. Oh, baby, we wouldn't be going.
Yeah, we're not going. I'm not going anywhere with you. You stay right on where you're at. We're not going.
Hold your breath for the cash out.
It's giving broke.
It's giving very broke. But
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I have had some wonderful, inexpensive dates. You just got to know how to do it. And, you know, I'm telling you, the way that you really do it is you focus on doing things that you kind of feel she hasn't done before, that will open up her mind, open up her pineal gland, right? So, you know, take her to an art show or a museum, an art museum, or, you know, you can go and grab some glasses of wine before you walk through that museum or whatever. You know, I mean, you can do some cheap dates. You ain't got to. And both have a great time.
I would love, you know, an art museum. I would love that because I'm an artist. I'm always looking at art museums. So that's something that would be right up my alley.
See, and I didn't even know that. Well, no, I kind of did, because you draw like a MF, like you look dope. I didn't see you draw some stuff in 3.5 seconds. That was, I don't know what.
I got yeah, this Pride. Happy National Pride Month. Let me start.
Yes, I do got a Pride Month.
Right, I got a Pride piece that I'm about to share it anyways.
Okay. Are you gonna share it? Is it gonna be ready by next Wednesday when the show?
No, it's already ready. I did it a couple of Prides ago. It's all
okay. Well, I tell you what. All right, so I tell you what. You should post it to the page, and I see Meech White here. I think that anybody whose name is Meech, they would probably go ahead and buy that art from you. I'm just saying. Yep. He should buy the art.
I'm gonna have to ask him the exact pronunciation. I think it's Meeks, but I'm gonna have to ask him because I want to put some respect on his name.
We want to put some respect.
I always want to put respect on people's names.
And thank you, Maverick.
You know, my last name is hard to spell and enunciate for English teachers. But Meech is what it says, Meech. So I'm just, I'm going off of that. That's it. So my apologies, brother, if I did not enunciate your name properly. But hey, y'all get it, Golden Goddess. She's gonna post her Pride Month photo next week. Her Pride Month art piece next week, right here on No Panties After Dark. She might even put it on the page and put a price tag on it, and then y'all can put a respect on her wallet Cash App.
Yes, you know what I mean? Because
I'm posting it up today.
Yep. And if you add an extra amount, talk to her. She, I don't know, but we'll see. She she'll show the art piece, and you know what I mean? You never know. I was really gonna say she might bring the art piece to you if you add an extra $5,000 on top, or 10 grand. I'm not sure what the amount is, but then I started thinking, like, am I trying to pimp out my co-host?
It sounded a little bit like that.
Like I said, you've seen her in person. It'd probably be worth the $5,000 to get her to bring it to
you. I already know. Absolutely. I know how sis rolls. Shoot, we're gonna get our little intro.
Yeah, I got my ears turning red. Hold on, I'll bless you. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look, here we go. Right here, we're gonna read this last comment. Then we're gonna step out. Well, take a woman out on a date that you would think she would like. Wouldn't you have to learn her personality and kind of gauge of what her interests are or are not? Yeah, I think so. But I think in a lot of cases, you know, you get to know your crowd.
Yeah.
And if you know your crowd, meaning like the type of women that maybe you tend to go out with and whatnot, you kind of know your crowd. Like I know that taking a majority of our demographics of women out to a nice evening with some wine and some art, just kind of exposing her to things that most guys don't, is to me is you're gonna get an A plus
You
at the
would
end of that
think
day.
that.
You would
But
think
it's
that,
a
but it,
girl in my Facebook timeline, and she met a guy. Quick story before we get out of here. She was posting about this last week. She met a guy in the grocery store, and they swapped numbers. So they're texting back and forth, and he asked her out for drinks. Now she's very churchy. She's my age, and she's very church oriented, and she does not drink alcohol. She opted not to give the guy a chance because the first date that he asked her out on was to drink. Instead of saying, I don't drink, she was automatically turned off because that was the first thing. And it was
Mhm.
like, well, why do people, the first thing they always want to do is go drink? I don't drink. Well, and I'm thinking, you met the guy, you were interested enough to give him your phone number. Just
Right.
say, I don't drink. Meet me for
Hmm.
appetizers. So that's very true. You do have to kind of like know what the person is
Well, I
into.
mean, but think about it.
That
If
might be
I'm
her
taking
deal
you to
breaker.
if I'm taking you to a art museum or something like that, and there's a bar there, maybe a restaurant with a bar. Let's just take 21C downtown, and we go into the restaurant there, and I ask you, what would you like to drink? Well, you can either say alcohol, you can say water, you can say juice, you can say whatever you want, or say, well, I would not like anything to drink. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right,
But
right.
and that would be a common response, even if she didn't drink alcohol. I didn't ask you what alcoholic beverage would you like to drink. I said, what would
What
you
do you
like to
like to
drink?
drink?
Because we're at the bar, and I'm gonna ask you first and order for you first, and then I'll tell the bartender my order. And if you tell me that, well, you would like an alcohol drink, but you're not sure what to order, cool. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and then I'm gonna order for you, right? See, I'm still old school. I still believe in some of those things that was done. I still believe in taking charge and taking control in certain situations when it comes to that. But I think in this day and age, you have a lot of pansy ass dudes out here that don't
Facts.
know anything. They're being raised by very effeminate situations, and unfortunately, they grow up not knowing how to really take control and be a man, and it shows in their dating. And when you look at that text message that your boy, I mean, dude, just his broken English, his inability to
And
to
that's why he
uh,
didn't get a second date.
talk
Right.
proper English
No.
in text. That right there to me says that was a big reason why she decided not to do a second date. She was like, he looked good. I was glad
He
he
ain't
asked
for
me
me.
out. But once I got to know him, he finna talk like this. And she was like, nah, nah.
A
And
lot of
he,
times we're
I'm sure
going
she
straight
blocked
from the
him.
app to the date. I mean, and that's just because there's so many dating apps, and that's what we do these days. We talk on the app for for however long, a few days, a week, or whatever. Exchange numbers, plan a date, and then go on a date. And that's when you actually tend to get to know who you're talking to. Um, so things move along pretty fast before we actually find out what we really like, what we don't. We may talk about it a little bit here and there before the date, but like I said, most of the time we're going from the app to the date. That's how fast
Yeah.
things are. That's just the way the trend is, and that's just the way things this day and age is.
Well,
Like it or love it, that's
Courtney's,
just how it is.
you know what? Tonight has been absolutely fun. This is our first debut of No Panties After Dark. Hashtag NPAD. And this has been fun because back in the day, we used to get a little more raunchy and a little more ratchet, which I'm sure we'll have some
About
ratchet
10 years
times.
ago. Welcome back
Oh
after a
man,
long
we had a
hiatus.
ball.
for
We had a
the old
ball.
show,
We used
the
to have
old show.
fun.
But you know, we're grown up now, so we're trying to have a little more grown up relationship conversation. But just the same, folks, we will see you same place, same time next week, right here on what is it, ladies?
NPAD,
No panties
no
after
panties
dark.
after dark.
There we go, and there you have it, folks. Until then, it is no panties after dark.